Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sean from Back Around Records. I wanted to give you a little skirt into my mind of what I think, and I think I know albums that actually change the landscape of how people listen to music and people taking the influence off of to put into their music. And some people just don't understand, but I feel like I was right there at the time. And here we go, 12 records that changed everything. Here's one of them. Faith No More, Angel Dust. Man, if you go deep into like bands that you love, you know, like, man, they're so unique. You know, it doesn't get talked about too much, but this is a masterpiece. Man, one of my favorite bands of all time for sure, but man, you go down at Land of Sunshine, it's unexplainable. From going to some of the heaviest stuff to the calmest stuff to just breaking barriers, just talking I don't know how to say it, but they just didn't care in such a perfect way. You just listen to this, man. Angel Dust, Faith No More. Okay, another one that's just one of my go-tos. I listen to it all the time. What's up, guys? That's right. And we're closed. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all good. Hey, yeah, come back. See tomorrow. We'll open. Hey, you want a card? You want a card?
Sure.
Here's all info. Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Walk behind you.
Thanks.
The next one on my list, Filter. Man, this one right here is some of the coolest music I've ever heard when it meets industrial to rock to atmospheric. So like this is one that's like rock and roll meets industrial so perfect where you can't really call it an industrial album because it's so rockin'. And you know, one of my favorite vocalists and I'm sure you've heard a couple of these, like Welcome to the Fold, Take a Picture. Those were really big on the radio around like 95, 96. But this one, definitely, man, one of my top 10 albums probably. This one right here, crank the crap out of it and just go down the rabbit hole, man. And you'll shoot out in a perfect place in life, I promise you. Dude, title of record, Filter. Okay, this one right here, I used to annoy people with. I'd go to, I was 11, and I'd go to my friends' birthday parties, and I'd bring my boombox around, and I just crank this. Never mind the Bullocks, Sex Pistols. This is one of the best punk albums ever. Every song just rips. So if you like punk and you haven't heard this, it's one of those things it's like you have to listen to the Beatles if you like rock. You just at least dig into it. Masterpiece. Okay, so this one changed hip hop, changed rock, it changed music on so many levels. This is Paul's Boutique by the Beastie Boys. So the Beastie Boys at the time, they were huge. They just came out, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Fight for Your Right to Party. And then this is their next album, and they just the Capitol didn't push them correctly. So this almost fell to the side. But as of right now, this is known in the hip hop community as definitely one of the best hip hop records ever created. And that's due to not only like incredible lyrics, but the sampling. There's over 150 different samples, like it's probably a very low number, but the samples on this are just incredible. And this one changed my life. I read through all the lyrics. They had the lyrics just printed out really, really small, but I would follow it around. They had a lot to say, and most of these songs are true too. So if they're talking about Johnny Raoul, Beg Raid on Eggman, all these songs are about what they were dealing with in life. Incredible. So this one, it was like 1989. I was listening to the radio. I was going to a dance, and this came on the radio, and I was like, right off the bat, I was like, my heart dropped. I couldn't believe what I was listening to. I've never heard anything as powerful as this. And man, this is incredible. This is Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson. This is crazy. I mean, especially for the time in 1989, this just beat everybody's production. So good, man. Jimmy Jam, you know, they killed it. So like, listen to this. It's a whole story. But the song Rhythm Nation, man, once I heard that beat, and there was nothing like it, and it changed a lot. So I hear people copying this like crazy, for sure. So another one my dad introduced me to, Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, man. This one is like, I don't have many tattoos, but I have one. But if I was to get a tattoo, like, this is the only thing that really comes into my mind. That'd be killer. But not only the artwork, but this album, man, it's incredible. And I think it's a very, this is where they became metal-ish, you know? But then they also have songs that are very lighthearted and beautifully, like, it's a beautiful piano, just, it's gorgeous. And, but yeah, the best Judas Priest album, in my opinion. So check this out. Crank it loud. The Ripper. Okay, this one. I don't know if there has ever been a record that just made me confused and wondering if the lead singer was in his right mind. And I was like, I couldn't believe what I was listening. I was like, is he drunk? You know, I was very young listening to it. But dude, right here, Nirvana, Incesticide. These are their B-sides. They're songs that were sort of, you know, off the cuff. And it came out right after the big one, Nevermind. But Nevermind, they ran out of, they couldn't print enough in time. So they hurried up and put a bunch of B-sides together to create this album. In my opinion, this is the best Nirvana album. And they have 4 different drummers, and the B-sides, some of the best. Some of these things just completely changed my life. Like Aero Zeppelin, man, talk about like almost like your life flashing before your eyes. It's so incredible. Downer, it's the B-side. The B-side is some of my favorite music ever created in the world. And then the A-side, it's more like upbeat, poppy stuff that just kills. So good. This is it. Crank it. So this next one is a sort of a new record that I just fell in love with and I just can't get enough of. Every song is different than the other song. It's a cinematic masterpiece. Following Reverse, Popular Monster. I've never heard anything like it. And this, what they did within this album is unlike anything I've ever heard in my life. So I think like this will kick other people into trying to get above the bar. Like they just set like this bar that was just so mind blowing. So this is a movie. All you have to do is close your eyes and you'll see it. So yeah, props. It's incredible. So this next one was so intricate in changing music. They're like the kings of like implementing hip hop into live rock and roll or heavy music. Rage Against the Machine. This first album is just a incredible. All the way through. Every song is a little bit different. It's funky. There's a lot of repetitive nature in the vocals, and he means everything he's saying, and the band does too. This will hype you up to do whatever you want in life. This one's crazy good. I remember back in the day, right when it came out, everybody was like, what is this? We had no clue. We couldn't even fathom what we were listening to. This was important. This next one was very intricate in bringing psychedelic heaviness, metal, into like a fold to where like they're rocking. It was a metal, but like there's stuff happening inside it and just sort of starting to warp itself. Sepultura roots. This album, all the way through, is almost a religious experience of their. I think they were definitely having a religious experience making this, and you feel every part of it. Yeah, Terry Date produced it, right? Ross Robinson, Andy Wallace. I don't know if Terry Date did it, but like this is absolutely incredible, and you have to listen to Sepultura roots. I got into Sepultura during like Arise and stuff like that, which I love. But man, this one, whew, next level. Okay, we got 2 more here. We got OK Computer, Radiohead. It was 97, and I was partying a lot, and I listened to this one a lot, and every time was a whole different experience. This was a game changer for all of music. They brought like electronic into rock, because they were a badass rock band before, and very unique one at that. And then they came out with this, which had like electronic based production. And I would like to meet somebody that hates this record. I couldn't imagine people not appreciating this. This is something else. I don't know what else to say about it, but you have to listen to it. Yeah. So you've heard several of these songs. One of the best bands right here, Radiohead. We got one more, and this one just goes really deep with me. I listened to it with my family, like at all points when I was a teenager. Super Unknown by Soundgarden. Man, this thing, it's like the B-sides that blow my mind the most. Like a Limo Wreck. Ugh. Some of the heaviest stuff ever created. It's like, are you allowed to even make that noise? Yeah, Ben Shepherd, the bass player, is just my favorite part about this whole thing, really. I mean, the drummers, like, they're all the best musicians ever created, and somehow they were pushed into a band together. Oops. Seattle music scene, that was crazy, man. This one right here is, they meant every word, man. Rest in peace, Chris Cornell. Get this. And I hope to see you on the next one. So there's my 12 records that blew my mind into a whole different state of music. But I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think changed the course of music? What means that much to you? So yeah, put it in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you soon. Stay tuned for the next video. Later.